Hey guys, this is Miss Sanjar. I'm just going to show you a really quick introduction to your uh, Google Drawing app that's in your Google Drive. So, if you are in your enrichment folder, which is this one right here, and you should be in digital art, you are going to click the lesson you're in. I have them all set up so they are Google assignments. Those of you who have been virtual, you probably are pretty familiar with this, but if not, this is where you should be. This is where I'm putting the video, so you should be in here. I have had some people have a hard time where I guess it's a technical difficulty, but the link right here does not show up. I'm going to show you both ways you can get to Google Drawing. So you can just click this link and it is going to open in here. The good thing about this is I automatically get to see what you make. It puts it in a folder for me so you don't have to worry about sharing. The other way you can do it is open to Google and go to your drive. If it doesn't show up right here, if you don't have it bookmarked, you click these 9 squares right here. Kind of looks like a little dice or something, and it should say Google Apps. You click that, and Drive is this one with the triangle up here that says Drive. If you click that, you should open into your Drive. You want to make sure you're logged into your student email. And what you're going to do is click this plus sign up here that says New. You're going to scroll down and you should see docs, sheets, all that stuff, but it's not there. You got to hover over more and it'll pop up right here. So I'm going to click that. This way it'll open for you. It starts with Untitled. You can name it. If you're going to email it to me, make sure it's a name that I might know. You can put your name in it, but I should see it who is emailing it to me. So this is Google Drawing. What you are going to see is first it starts with this kind of checkered pattern. That means there is no color there. So if I were to draw anything on here and save it, if I were to put it in, say, a website or something like that, or in Schoology, if I were to copy and add this image, there would be no background. That means it will look more like a button, or you would be able to see through where the spaces were. If you do want a background, super easy. You right click. So if you have a mouse, you're clicking the right button. If you don't have a mouse and you have like a Chromebook or something, you're using 2 fingers and you're just tapping, you're just clicking with your 2 fingers on your mouse pad. So once that pops up, you should see all of our copy paste options, but then there is background. Again, you're just hovering over and you can change the background to be any color you want. If I choose one background, I can always, and I don't like it, I can always go back in and change it again. Now up here we have our tools. There aren't a whole lot, but you can do some pretty cool stuff with it, and some of them have extra features. So this little one right here is our line. That is if the basic line you're just going to draw. And once you draw it, you'll see some more things pop up. You can make your line a different color by clicking the pencil. You can make your line thicker by clicking this one with the different thicknesses. You can change what type of line it is. It could be dotted, broken, a pattern. And the blue is up there just because it is telling you that it is selected. This one I have not used too much, but I think it just creates kind of like a starting and stopping point, I think. If you click off it like I just did and you realize you do want to edit, if you just tap it, it should let you edit it again. So you could use these little corners to change where it goes and to change the size. So if you want to get rid of it, say I don't want this, Or if you want to undo, the way to undo would be to click this little arrow here. There's also the shortcut on your keyboard that's Control Z. But if you just want to undo one step, you can do it that way. If you realize you didn't want to undo it, you can click redo the arrow right here. If I want to delete it, I can right click it and cut, or you can just click it and click the backspace or delete on your keyboard. I really like playing around with shapes. There are a lot of options here. Very similar lines where you kind of draw, you click and drag, and you can create your shape. It's always going to start with this blue. What you do to change the color is this little fill bucket right here. You can change it to any color. Then the pencil next to it is a border. It starts with a little border, which is a little hard to see right now because I chose a dark color. Let's see if I make it lighter. You can see there's a black border around my rectangle. If I don't want a border at all, this top one, transparent, will make it where there's no border. If I want to change the color of the border, I can do it there. If I want a thicker border, I do it just like with my line. If I want a different type of line border, I'll do it there. Okay? I think these things you can insert text in them. So I could type in here, and then this stuff would let me change like my font and stuff. But I'm not going to use that right now. So I have my shapes. The same with the shapes. If you click it, it'll have a little blue thing around it with a bunch of squares and this little lollipop looking thing. That's just so you can change the size. You can use the lollipop thing to rotate it, just to play around with to get some different looks. Another option is that text box, which is just basically being able to type in. And then inserting an image. This is pretty cool. You can insert something you save to your computer or search the web. And it'll pop up an image. If you want something that doesn't have a background, you can always add the word transparent. And this is pretty cool because whatever you put in won't have the white background. Oops. Again, same things with sizing and rotating. So you can add some stuff to it and you can make a really cool work of art. Now, say I wanted to change my background. If I click on one of these, it's not going to let me change my background. I have to make sure I'm clicked off of them, and then I can change my background. Okay? That is something to keep in mind. All right. So those are pretty much the basics. There are some options in here where you can crop, you can put a border around this too, but really those are the basics. So I want you today to just play around. You can make something super silly. Just practice using all the different features on Google Drawing. I hope you have fun.